Today's episode is brought to you by Mazars.
SoundCartel.
The dream of many business owners is to sell their business at a generous price. But first, they need to have the right structure in place so that when they do sell, the company can run on its own. From SoundCartel, I'm Nicole Goodman, and this is Business Essentials Daily. How do you build the right structure so your business is valued highly? Well, Tony Gattari of ActionCOACH has 8 keys to building a business with value. And he tells Chris Ashmore that it's important to implement this kind of structure regardless of your intention to sell.
Even if you never sell it and you do these things, it's actually going to make your business a lot more profitable, a lot more stress-free. So forget that you sell it or not. It's going to be a brilliant business to run for the long term.
So how do you suggest a business can increase its value?
Okay, well, we fundamentally believe that there are 8 drivers to company value. The first one is financial performance. Now, that basically is the history of producing revenue and profits combined with professional record keeping. So it's not just making money one year, it's the ability to show that we're making money and revenue over a period of time and that your books are professionally completed. So that's number 1. Number 2 is growth potential, which is the likelihood that your business will grow in the future and at what rate. So effectively, people can see that you're in an industry that is growing and you've got a good growth rate. So that's number 2. Number 3 is something called the Switzerland structure. And the Switzerland structure is incredibly because Switzerland is a country that traditionally has not relied on anybody. It's an independent country. It's not part of NATO. It's not part of anybody. So it has freedom of choice. Now, the Switzerland structure in business is this. How dependent is your business on one employee, customer, or supplier? Because a good business is not dependent on any of those variables. It can't be dominated. Like if your business, for example, is 80% with one customer, it's going to be valued at less because the big concern everybody's got is what happens if you lose that customer? So our view is that you should have no customer that's more than 10% of your business. It goes with employees who can't be replaced. That's not good when you want to come and sell your company. Or suppliers where you've only got one supply chain, and if that supply chain goes, it all crashes down. The next one is the valuation teeter-totter. Now, the valuation teeter-totter is about this. It's about cash flow. Does your business suck cash out? And does it actually provide revenue? But what is the distance? What's the time lag between that? Because some companies, like manufacturing businesses, they actually have to buy stock in advance and then they've got accounts receivables. So there could be like a 180-day gap in that cash. Now that is a concern. So what you want to try to do is drive those things together to make them as short as possible from a cash flow.
If you want a business advisor that walks with you and not just talks with you, then Mazars is the right fit for your business. To find out more, visit mazars.com.au. That's mazars.com.au.
Next one, which is number 5, is reoccurring revenue. Now, reoccurring revenue is a model that we see a lot of now. It's Netflix. It's subscription-based where constantly you're earning money while you sleep. Okay, it's a subscription-based model. We see it on accounting packages, Xero. We see it on Netflix, We see it on services all the time where they're consistently charging us all the time. And if you have money that's coming into your business that is automatic annuity-based revenue, your company is going to be valued higher, unquestionably. The next one is monopoly control. Now, the monopoly control is how well differentiated your business is from your industry. What is your unique selling proposition? Are you a commodity, or do you stand out like an expert and a celebrity? So that's number 6. Number 7 is customer satisfaction. And that is essentially your net promoter score, which is predominantly the likelihood that your customers will repurchase from you and they will refer you. And you do that through something called a net promoter score, and that score will indicate you how healthy you are. That is very attractive for a purchaser. And the last one is called hub and spoke, which is how your business will actually perform if you unexpectedly, as the business owner, could not work for a period of 3 months. So those are the 8 drivers of company value. And what I'd always suggest an owner do is they look at those 8 variables and say to themselves, where can I improve? Because irrespective of whether or not you're going to sell the business, okay, I would strongly suggest that you make your business as attractive as possible. Because one thing might happen here, and this is the good thing. Somebody might one day knock on your door who's not a small competitor, is a big competitor. And they will say, and they will give you a stack load of money for your business. Because a lot of these large organizations have lots of cash and they have to grow. And sometimes the way that they grow is they grow through acquisition. Large companies buy smaller companies, okay, because smaller companies give them what they need, which is the growth necessary to actually present to their shareholders and stakeholders that they're growing their business. And if you are as attractive as this, sometimes you can name your price. That's why you want to do it.
That was business coach Tony Gattari. Business Essentials Daily is a SoundCartel podcast. Producers are Nick Schilberger, Chris Ashmore, Jeff Waters and myself. Technical production by Pete Letts and Belinda Trimboli. I'm Nicole Goodman. Thanks for listening. We'll bring you more Be Daily next week. SoundCartel. This episode was brought to you by Mazars. To find out more, visit mazars.com.au. That's mazars.com.au.